Tension building now. Virtual crowd watches on. There's first one light, then a second light, then a third light, and now a fifth light come on. And when they go off, the race will be underway, and it's a solid start for Carroll. As the cars behind all form out in an orderly queue. Doesn't look like there's any monkey business. Everyone's got away. A couple of position changes. Rosensky takes Huis for 10th, I think, and Iloma takes Bubaski for 8th. Very clean and good start for Carroll, of course. Perfect to be in the lead at the start, as he hoped he would be.
Absolutely, a dream start there from Carroll. We're seeing fighting further back down the field for positions still, but Carroll, Brljack and Gregor, first, second, third, are certainly all the way nice and cleanly. Now that'll be dangerous for all the rest of the guys behind. I mean, we can see here 16th place, Dalmau fighting off the guy behind him for position here, coming into the hander at the back of the course, and he's going to lose that position. Tough racing there.
Yeah, but it's still a long way to go. Dalmau could easily make up ground later on, of course. So they're completing the first lap now. Carroll leads by 0.7 seconds ahead of Brljack. As we see, Carroll nearly a 2-second lead. This is really impressive stuff from the Englishman. I presume he's from England.
Yeah.
Might be just from somewhere else in Britain, but yeah.
Oh, very true, very true. Two English presenters there. Here's the red line gang. So Enzo Bonito at the back of it still, the back of the queue, watching teammate Petar and Huttu just ahead. All of them driving like a little baby geese in a line. And chasing each other around.
Oh, who's the mother geese then?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got either Carroll or Huttu leading them all along. It's difficult to see at the moment how Carroll could be challenged for the win of this race.
Oh, as we see Cecilia making a pit stop, I think. But yeah, we're seeing quite a lot of guys coming in now on lap 16. Huis coming in, followed by... who's that in the green car that was behind Huis? I don't remember, sorry.
Is that Holtzman just behind?
Holtzman, yeah.
I mean, amazing. Yeah, they're pitting so early. Lap 16 of 42, so I mean, we're not really at half distance yet. And we're seeing Graham Carroll now, the leader of the race, coming into the pits.
Yeah, it looks like Wyatt Gooden was continuing on, but yeah, Gregor, Huttu, Carroll, a couple of others as well, they're all rushing in.
Absolutely,
like
we're now getting the halfway point.
Yeah, because we're just under. Yeah, we're about at half distance, exactly half distance. So they've figured that out. But I think what Huis may have been trying to do is he may have been trying to undercut these guys who are pitting now by getting into the second car early and using up. And it looks like he was running a very aggressive strategy. As you see, Carroll emerging back in 8th place.
Absolutely, yeah, and this is going to see Brljack taking the lead of the race a little bit further ahead. This is close in the pit lane here between 12th place Daniel Kiss and Iloma.
Appropriate enough, he's kissing the car in front.
Absolutely, exactly. And
and let's see how they merge with the red. Is that the red line guys they've just emerged with, or?
I think so. Just coming out of the pits, we're just going to leave that on the stream there as they both all pour into turn 3 to see Petar Brljack here moving into the pits from the lead. So he's already dropped down to 3rd position. David Gregor taking the lead of the race. Absolutely, Gregor just entering the pits now, and Petar, yeah, Team Redline guy, he was running just behind his teammate Huttu before the pit stops, so I should imagine that Graham Carroll will be overtaking Petar when he does eventually come through to pit.
And in comes Petar, yeah, this is crucial.
Here we go, the pie is in the oven, so we're going to find out how it's going to come out.
Well, I hope he doesn't overcook it.
So I think all other things being equal, he will retake the lead here. Graham Carroll still running a flawless race around this track. Petar here, though, exiting the pits. It's going to be interesting to see where he comes out as he does so. Still in the lead of the race, now dropping
Who is he going to be
second.
fighting with then?
We're seeing him fall to 3rd here. Now he's blocking his teammate. This is Huttu on the inside.
Yeah, this has worked out beautifully for Huttu, depending on how his energy goes in the latter stages. But now he's got a jump ahead of Petar, although he's maintained position with Petar, yeah. I think
that's right. Petar, though, I've mistaken it. That guy ahead is Gregor in 3rd position. So Petar there jumping Huttu, his teammate, in the pits, and almost, such was the speed of his laps, almost jumping 3rd place guy David Gregor there. So fantastic. A fantastic result there for Petar.
And the gap has increased at the front. Carroll is now 4.3 seconds ahead of Brljack.
Absolutely dominant, isn't it? Carroll, what a performance.
It looks like he has it all under control, but I bet we may have to talk to him afterwards, and he'll probably tell us he's not got it. It's just constantly tense every lap, I imagine.
Exactly, he's a racing driver, isn't he? He's going to have all sorts of problems. It's never perfect, never perfect.
Yeah, there's always a separate race going on in your head, and that one's never going quite as well as you want it to. Always something to manage. Anyway, back to the real race, well, not the real race, the real virtual race. Oh god.
Here we're seeing Jem Bolok-Bassi chasing for 18th place. So that's against Christian Kwiatkowski there in the purple car. He's going to move to a defensive line on the inside here.
You saw he was all over the middle of the road, Christian, trying to make sure he has no way through. But can he get around the outside? That'd be interesting to see.
He's diving, late braking.
I don't think he's far enough alongside. This could end in tears if he's not careful. Oh, but he has just managed to squeeze through. Brilliant stuff by Jem. But can he hold on in the hairpin? Because, looks like there was contact there. I think there was contact there.
I think
for the front wing, but they got away with it.
I think Kwiatkowski had to jump on the brakes there, as Jem there just didn't quite give him enough space on the apex. I mean, maybe he should have done. Maybe he had a wheel beyond his quarter panel. Maybe Kwiatkowski deserves a little bit of racing space. But either way, it wasn't given to him, and in order to stay in this race, he jammed on the brakes, lost a bit of time, and he's now ailing there in 19th position once again.
Yeah, that is the battle for last, by the way. So both of those guys are a lap down, so it just shows how fierce it is.
And we're seeing a DNF here. We're seeing someone dropping out of the race. Ricky Wilson from 17th position.
Oh no, not Ricky.
Falling out of the race, exactly. Ricky, what happened?
Always hard to tell without seeing any kind of a replay. Oh, is this it? Oh, he's hit the first corner.
Ooh.
He's hit the exit of the first corner. He's either gone too much over the curb or he's just understeered off, and that's Ricky Wilson's race over. No further points for him, so it's very disappointing. Oh, as we see a tyre falling off, someone's crashed out. Who's that?
Where's that? Here we go, Enzo Bonito there.
Oh,
so
Bonito.
One of the lead racers crashing out, and that looks like it would have been an understeering moment onto the back chicane.
Oh, he's hit someone, I think. Oh, is that just Bonito? Sorry. I think
that's Wyatt Gooden there.
Oh no, he has. Oh, that's disastrous. Oh, so he's lost his front wing already. What's happened here? Oh no, he's lost the rear tyre already. So there's been contact a bit earlier on, I think. And that we've just seen the end of it. That's, I believe, Benito. Or is that Wyatt?
I think that may have been Wyatt Gooden. He's still limping back to the pits.
So it may not hit each other. It may have been that they've just had two separate incidents. As we see, is that Cecilia squeezing... who's that?
That was Holtzman just in front.
Yeah, he squeezed Holtzman as Wyatt gets back to the pits on free wheels. But that's where was Wyatt? I'm not sure. I don't think Wyatt was running particularly high up the field, but he'll be a bit annoyed about that, especially if Benito was involved. And it looks like Benito maybe he's just lapsed in concentration. He's fatigued a bit and he's just hit the wall. But I'm not sure what happened to Wyatt, but it looked very dramatic there, and sadly
Absolutely.
The Americans out.
Coming into the last lap then for Graham Carroll, really a fantastic drive for him, and as we've said, one which he thoroughly deserves this win. I mean, it's just such a clean race, and with such absolutely dominant pace, no one's been able to touch him.
He's just going to lap someone, a bit far ahead actually, but yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Carroll making the final 10 that go to Vegas. I think.
I should think so. With the 40 points that he's taking away from
early
this
days,
race.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've got 3 more to go, but it looks very good for him so far as he goes through the final corner. And Graham Carroll is the first winner of the.
Taking the win then at the
he's very happy. He's weaving.
He's doing a few swerves. Brilliant.
Yeah,
the Cloudsport.
The
Cloudsport Road to Vegas competition.
Yes, I was trying to think about whether it's the final or the heat final or the semi-final.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
A lot of finals. But yeah, brilliant race from him, and as you say, Brljack coming in second, Gregor third, Pakala in fourth, Huttu fifth. That's Aloma 6th position, Wisniewski 7th, Kiss 8th, Huis coming in 9th.
Yeah, Huis did go in a few places. It's good to see.
Huis did a cracking race, didn't he? I mean, fantastic from him. Really moving forward throughout the race.
Yeah,
I think
good
he jumped on
recovery
first.
drive, I think.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. rounding off the top 10, so Mohammed Patel coming in 10th.
Another British driver, Patel, I think.
Absolutely, yeah, a great performance from him. Top 10 is very good. Patrick Holtzman, 11th. Jesus Cecilia just behind. Brzezinski coming in 3rd. Dalmau in 14th. Buluk Basi, 15th, and then Kwiatkowski, the last of the runners who finished this race.
Congratulations on the top 3 finishes of the Cloudsport's Long Beach Prix. So in first place, Graham Carroll for Apex Racing UK. In second place, Petar Brljack. In third place, David Gregor. So let's start with you, Graham. It was a peerless performance. You had a brilliant start, and you were never really headed. Really, what was it like? Driving around.
Very nerve-wracking. Sort of getting used to it a bit now, doing the World Championship in iRacing, but this is kind of a different ball game with the money that's up for grabs. So I just knew how hard it is to pass in this sort of combination of car and track. If I don't make a mistake, there's a good chance I can win, So I basically just went out there and never put a foot wrong, and I managed to kind of pull away in the end, sort of thing. But it's just such a one mistake and you can take a corner off the car, and your race is done. So it's just over the moon with it, to be fair. Put a lot of hard work into it and done a lot of testing, a lot of laps, and it's paid off. It's paid off.
Yeah, well done. We did see a little bit of an incident. You mentioned it's so easy to make a mistake. We did see an incident with, we think, Benito and Wyatt towards the end, where there was a lot of wreckage across the track. Did you run into any of that, or was that clear by the time you came across it?
Thankfully, it was clear. I've had a few in the hot lap competition, a few cars and stuff in the way with tyres that caused bother. But unfortunately, luckily enough today, no front wings or suspension or tyres in my way. So, but it's unlucky for the guys having an incident in the first race. You really just want to bring it home and get some solid points here.
Yeah, absolutely. Were you happy when you pit, or do you think it was could have maybe have done on reflection a little bit earlier?
No, I don't think so, because when you pit and the others pit after you, then you have to avoid them on pit exit because it's so close. So I had to avoid Alie and David both, and we almost crashed. So I think it's better to even pit later.
Okay. There was a little bit of a threat from David behind. David was threatening you in the final stages of the race slightly because he was under threat also in turn from Ollie Pekala. Did you have to do anything different to kind of manage the gap, or did you have it under control?
No, I didn't really have to do anything. I mean, I know David's not crazy enough to throw away P3 like 5 laps to go, so yeah, I was just doing the same thing as in all the laps, just trying to keep all my tires in check, to not crash.
Yeah, well, anyway, I thought you also did a really good job in this race, Peter. So well done on your second place, David Gregor. So how was your race then? Let's talk us through it a little bit because I can't remember too much of what happened over the race.
My race was it's not every day you have Gregor behind you, right? So, so my race was just try to make no mistake and keep him behind. That's it.
Perfect. You had a lot of pressure from you had a lot of pressure from Alie Tacq there in the last few laps. Was that something that you ever felt like you needed to defend against? We saw you keeping a normal line and not moving maybe onto the defensive line. So is that something that you felt like you were going to have to change your line for later on, or were you quite comfortable where you were?
Well, with this level of competition in a track like this, it takes a dive bomb to overtake someone, and I think everybody here is his top driver, and I was sure he wouldn't try anything crazy, and if he did, I would probably just lift and not risk a top 5.
Don't tell them that.
Well, obviously you do get a penalty if you force somebody out or anything, so they are not crazy to do that. Obviously I will see when somebody is behind me that wants to try something. And also remember, dive bomb, if you can dive bomb, but you can also cut across and just get it back in the exit. So it's and also dive bombing in a city track like this, it's if you misjudge a little bit, you are in the wall. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
so yes, I was pretty confident, and if I didn't make any mistake, I would stay where I was. And only I think at the exit, I almost lost the position when I exit the pit. And but other than that, he was just keeping concentrated, keep good distance between guy in front and the two guys that were behind me, and that's it.
Perfect.
The next race is in Paris. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, you've not obviously track's not available to practice on yet, but do you have any expectations going in that you'll be able to repeat your performance, or is it kind of, was this your best track, and do you think the others are going to be a bit more kind of struggling to repeat this performance?
I'll leave to go away for about a week and a few days tomorrow. I race Formula Ford. I'm racing at Brands Hatch.
Yes, in real life.
So I'm away tomorrow for almost a week and a bit, so I'm kind of...
Oh, good luck with that, Graham.
Thank you. I've just got to take it as it comes. I've had a good week here, so maybe next time it's maybe not going to be as strong, but who cares, as long as we're in that top 10,
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. As he said, top 10 is what matters. That's it.
Nice.
Okay. Well, thanks guys for coming along. I guess you can get back to your regular life now and turn off the computer if you really want. But you've all done superbly, and thanks very much for showing up. I was really impressed by all three of you. Oh, no worries.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, guys.